And we're back for the third time tonight. As people say, never two without three. I don't think you say that in English. It's a French expression. Anywho, I will introduce back to my site QG before I keep on going with this really bad, literally translated expressions. How are you after this?
Yeah, I'm after what? After your French translation or the any hoot?
All right, both.
I don't know if the Pokemon Hoot is the same in German than in English. You know the owl from the second
Yeah.
game. Yeah. Is it called Hoot also in English?
I think it is. Yeah.
I instantly thought of that. It came to my mind. Hoot.
Well,
But yeah.
Talking about owls, no, okay. Let's stick to it, to the plan of tonight. We have a third game up ahead, planned ahead. Maybe we can take a look at the schedule so people can see what we've done, and we'll tell you what we've already seen and what is up next. Because we started off strong with Folklore Esports against Once Upon a Team. Folklore Esports took the win, cementing their place in this upper side of the standings, currently sitting at the second spot because the second game ended in Aurora taking a loss against the still unbeaten Rift Slavs, placing themselves at third spot. Under threat from next, we'll be playing the fourth match against Pertinax, which should definitely be an interesting one. But next up ahead, we will be taking a look at JÖRMUNGANG versus Dynasty.
Yeah, and that game is the 6th place at the moment against the 8th one. JÖRMUNGANG also still looking for a win. And also Dynasty, who has to take the old meme from this spring split back to get back to the right Dynasty and stuff. Yeah, it's going to be even more interesting. This game, because you don't want to be in the lower two places. So in the first half, if you're there, you have to prove very well for the second half. And next week we already are on that second half. Like on Wednesday, the half finishes, and then the first half finishes, and on Friday, second half starts. So you want to be in like not in the 7th or 8th place, because that will bring you down to the amateur circuit and all these tournaments, the pro amateur circuit, all these tournaments that are going on with the qualifications, and you have to play best of 5s to stay in the 2nd division, and you don't want that because who wants to drop out?
Yeah, nobody wants that, definitely.
Yeah, and therefore this is kinda important for both of them to take the win here, to just hit the win and just get out of this lower bracket.
Yeah, and I think for Dynasty, slightly better odds. They are the ones currently with one win of the two. But not only that, but Dynasty did pick that win against Aurora, which is one of the currently top teams, which has been performing the best this split. Maybe they just needed a few days to get the engine started and will now go full speed ahead, blaze their way to the top. We'll have to see how that goes. But yeah, definitely an important match, as you've said, but things are far from being set as... I mean, there's still a lot of wiggle room. We have Dynasty with one win, Once Upon a Team with one win right now, so Dynasty can quickly take them up. Then they would be tied with either Pertinax and Next, because both teams will be going up against each other, meaning that one team will go up to 3 wins, the other one stay at 2. So there's still a lot of wiggle room in that lower to middle ground. However, it would be very important for JÖRMUNGANG to get that win, because else it would be a rather big setback for them.
Yeah, and also what I want to point out is the middle tier. You have the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th place are going to the playoffs, and the 5th and the 6th they stay in the league. but they have no playoffs. They're secured, and you always want to be in the playoffs because there are more games, there's more money on the line.
Yeah.
You know, it's all about the money. But if you can't get there, and this week and on Friday and Wednesday you can find out where your place is, and then you just play for the safe spot, or you want to go higher and just how should I explain this? Just go aggressive with the draft, the picks, the play style, change your play style so you get into the playoffs, and then you see where you can go. And then this week with the Rift slots at 4 wins for O's, they almost secured the spot. Need 2 wins.
Well,
yeah, but yeah, now we see pick and ban phases. Zeri is out, Draven is out. Zeri is, yeah, you saw it.
we saw it really strong. Draven, one of Dan's favorite picks, on top of being overall a very strong champion. But we've seen Dan on that Draven. I believe last time I casted, actually, he picked it and it was really, really strong on that pick.
And also, just so you know, the names on top are on the wrong side. So Dynasty banned Draven, Lucian, and Maokai, and Zeri and Nico are banned from JÖRMUNGANG, and also Wukong.
So I'll get that mixed in.
Yes, and now Maokai is also gone, and there is the LeBlanc. We have it again. We'll see some very good wave clear. It's fun. You're gonna enjoy it. And JÖRMUNGANG is going to pick probably what's still open. Aphelios and Yuumi and Meteor are still open, and they decide to go to try the Victor out against the LeBlanc, and they are doing it. So to maybe counter the wave clear or the poke. It can trade pretty good as Victor. And I think they should pick an AD carry here just to have the upper hand, and then you either trade Melio or Yuumi. You get that one. I would go with the Aphelios. Oh, they're going for the Varus. Yeah, I haven't said it. Yeah, also Varus is also good against LeBlanc. Just ult.
There's a very interesting dynamic going on now. So last game, Zylex picked that Nico, which was the pick that Frankie had against Xylex's LeBlanc last time they faced against each other, where Dynasty took the win. Now we have JÖRMUNGANG banning Nico, Dynasty being okay. We picked that LeBlanc and picking it themselves, although they faced against it against Aurora's LeBlanc, which is I think it's kind of funny. We also have very strong bot lane on their side now being uncovered. We have the classical Xayah Rakan bot lane for Dynasty.
Yeah, and it's also good for against the Varus actually, because you can move around and stuff, and
Dodge the ulti.
Yeah. And there's also the Nautilus, where Xayah can also dodge the ulti, right? There's also a lot of CC for JÖRMUNGANG for these 3 picks.
Yeah, already quite a lot of AoE CC being able to go in. They do have the go button with with that Nautilus. However, Dynasty, a very reactive bot lane up to now. I mean, you have the Xayah, which we've already said with Featherstorm can easily dodge any CC she wants. But also you have Rakan, which is really good at disengaging, in my opinion.
Yeah, Rakan can do both things, engaging, but if you poke in lane against the Nautilus, it's not that good. You just get auto attack, and you can't flash out, and they hit you for free. So you have to take care of that. And there's the Jax, Olaf, and Darius out, so there's 3 top laners out at the moment. And we also see the Garen out, so no Darius Garen, no God Kings. hit, and we will probably see a jungler here from JÖRMUNGANG because we want that. We want the counter pick for top lane. You know, almost always leave it up for mid lane or for top lane as the plan. And there is it. There's the Viego. Yeah, the Viego is decent. There's also a good Triforce build at the moment for him, so that's good. Actually, and also decent clear, good damage. There's the Ornn. Nothing surprising if they pick it. It's tank top wins. Just survive the lane.
Tank top, adding on to their already pretty good engage potential, and now rounding off with Nocturne.
Yeah, that's good for some chance of Dynasty. Probably not going to be Timo, don't hype yourself up.
Timo! Oh my god! Yeah, but JÖRMUNGANG...
It's always, if there's a crowd and someone picks Timo, they're all cheering, "Way!" And then they pick something else and they're booing. But yeah, we see the Metal King of Mordekaiser. He's going to be a menace against that Ornn. So there's good magic damage on JÖRMUNGANG's side, so
yeah,
and will probably not be. Will it be a Varus on hit? No, I don't think so. There's too much burst, and the poke is probably better here. So I think it's going to be lethality Varus. So the poke is there, and the Viego and Victor can just
round it up afterwards.
Yeah, kill what's left.
Yeah,
so
Dynasty is pretty squishy overall. I mean, they have Ornn, but then Nocturne not that squishy, LeBlanc neither, Xayah neither, and well, Rakan for support not super tanky as well. So there's quite a lot of damage to be dealt there, and quite a few targets to be put very low early on.
Yeah, you can. I think the level 6 is more the point here, and also the riff music pick there.
Yeah, I was also gonna say. I was gonna write it in
like
chat.
I like the riff music.
Riff music. All right, keep notes. Riff music. I'm sure there is a bunch of riff music.
Riff music is the music that you have to listen to. So now you know that Rift is going to make an album. We leaked it here on stream.
Yeah.
We are waiting for it. I want to hear Daniel's DJing and probably Luik singing. I just want to hear that.
Daniel's also singing.
Oh, is Daniel singing?
Well, actually, it's just vocals. I know it's bold.
It's just vocals.
There's a few opera pieces as well in there. We just decided to go full vocal. Rip people's ears off, essentially.
Yeah, but you also had your first live concert on the LGX Arena, right?
Yeah, we did. That's where we were motivated. Well, Chrissy from Nocturnal is also gonna join us on that album. Yeah, it's gonna be completely sick.
Damn, it's going to be a sick album then, with high chance of good singing.
Thanks.
but yeah, so I think we could do a challenge here. No, don't we want to hear Daniel sing on stream if he's next time here? That would be so good. Oh, he will hate me for this, but if you want to hear him sing, maybe put up a Twitter post and ask the Riffsloths if their boss is going to sing, and maybe enough people want it. Daniel can put up. I don't know.
That's a shot in the dark.
It would be funny. But
I see him shaking his head. I mean, I don't actually see it, but I imagine him shaking his head behind the computer.
Yeah, I think he already took his keys and comes down to my place to just shut up Paul and.
Yeah, we're gonna be on this screen for 20 minutes until he's there.
and you see a hand from my left here, and it just he slaps me, and then he just moves, doesn't elaborate further.
But yeah, we're about to watch some League of Legends Dynasty versus JÖRMUNGANG. We'll have we can see here the champ select. Um, Now we've had the LeBlanc pick on sides of Dynasty, right? Right off the bat, first pick LeBlanc, really strong with the static shift. We're gonna see it again here at ESLOL probably. The answer to that was Victor. What do you think about that post, UG?
The victor against the LeBlanc. Yeah, I still think it's obnoxious for LeBlanc to have such a good wave clear. And I think that it's still going to be hard actually for the victor, because the victor scales, and if LeBlanc just gets static shift first, you can poke him out of lane, because every level the static shift jumps further at one person. So if it's at 7, you just hit the wave, poop, 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 and then you hit the next one near the wave, and it's poke.
Yeah.
And also you can proc it twice actually with LeBlanc, because the stacks are on distance traveled. So if you W in, you hit it, and then if it goes off, you immediately back. You have your static shift proc, and so you can instantly get 2 procs in, and I think that's busted. Yeah, the wave clear is insane at that point, and also the poke is insane at that point.
Yeah, we've already seen it on Twisted Fate alone. It was completely insane.
Yeah, and also I'm an ARAM player, and I already saw these builds, like these rapid fire Lich Bane LeBlanc on ARAM, and now it's coming to Summoner's Rift. So I think we did it first. You just copied us, Rift players, Summoner's Rift players actually. So yeah, we defined the poke matter on ARAM, and they're just gonna transit to Summoner's Rift. If you want the poke meta, go to ARAM and play this game. Yeah.
It's the random, seemingly random items for that champion that don't fit. Classic ARAM thing.
Yeah. I think Daniel pointed me out, sent me a message that I shouldn't hype it up that much. But the thing is that it's completely obnoxious. It destroys the whole design of LeBlanc just by hit your thunder. Yeah, but they're changing stuff. It's a good idea to have something like that, but I think it's not. Yeah, LeBlanc. Yeah, items define champions.
Well, we'll have to see how they respond to that. And yeah, we can already see LeBlanc starting with that longsword as we're headed into the game. And Dynasty as well as JÖRMUNGANG seem to be up for some funky starts. No, never mind. Dynasty seems to be up for a funky start as they're all grouped going towards the top lane, maybe looking for a pick on Axo, trying to maybe get the top lane behind in the first step.
Yeah, and they are going to full invade here. Dynasty are looking for something. Oh, they got seen. There's the 5 gold for Crab Lord.
That's gonna change the game.
Yeah. You never know how much gold you need.
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
There's nothing happening here.
Yeah, no team does anything in the end. I'm being sussed out. Its ability to do anything. And we'll be starting the game, as always. Classical, non-eventful start.
Yeah, they're it's peak League of Legends. No bronze invades.
No bronze on base.
All these supports fighting in bushes. And it's going to be on hit Varus.
Right.
No
Oh
poking.
yeah.
That's level 2.
Two for
Body
German
of
gang, but the
misses.
hook does go Ori.
Yeah, what both junglers started at top again at red buffs. But I think Nocturne is faster than Viego.
Yes, I believe Nocturne should be faster than Viego, especially in this early stages of the game, simply because of his passive. I mean, he gets this camps real fast, and we can see he's already done with his second buff. Viego slowly moving towards the last camp. Now's the question, who will be first at the scuttle, or who will decide to do a gank first?
I think it will be Humalu who comes from lane. There's a good ward. Now they're on it.
Yeah, there we have
They don't
Oval.
know.
They come in.
Always.
Hook lands onto Humalu, but damage is there as Oval already really low. Has to flee out. Dan decides to go, but the first blood does go to Dynasty's AD carry, Dark Unique. And a double kill goes to the Xayah player, while Humalu is able to survive.
Yeah, and that's very good for Dynasty here. Dark Unique, who is the bread and butter for every game. He just got 2 kills, gifted, you kind of say. Viego missed the W on the Nocturne, but the hook landed and there was just not enough damage to just hit them. Yeah, the top laners are just mace themselves or hit them with rocks and hammers. Yeah, Nocturne already has the Iron Whip. So we are in that too.
Watch from Whip. He's going to be able to clear even faster with that. Val seems to be going for the counter jungle with Axo joining in. The damage is already here with the stub. Yes, the nice barrier from him as Azagi is coming in with the TP just in time to save his teammates. Rear end. Fight decide to go on as now we have Traveler joining in from the bot lane, but the top and junglers from Dynasty getting really low already have to flash on the turret to get the damage onto a wall. Frankie picks up the kill on the enemy jungler, but has to be careful as Axo comes in, flashes away from the hook. Still to get back to safety 1-1.
And yeah, there is the that's good for German gang now. The Mordekaiser is ahead of Ornn. Ornn is going for the Sunfire first to counter the push off of the Mordekaiser. Damn, the names today.
It's a complicated thing. The break is up on the bot side. Humalu has been clearing in that direction. And look at that small clear speed difference, how it is already having its influence, as Humalu is a whole camp ahead, almost 2 actually, from Oval. And from there, he can just keep on getting ahead in terms of his clear. And that as a jungler is really, really important.
And then we see a sneaky engage. Sneak. Boom. Oh, the Mordekaiser with the red buff. Bonk.
Yeah. Just top lane things.
Is that the High Noon skin? Yes, right. Do you know with what he's hitting? With a clock tower from the western?
Makes sense. Isn't it a big furnace? Looks like on the splash art. Yes, furnace. Dynasty picking up the first Drake, making the best of their bot lane priority and their jungle priority as well. And Oval also takes that opportunity, sees, okay, Umlu is doing the Drake, is on the bot side. I'm just gonna go and get his blue buff and Grom.
Yeah, and the Mordekaiser can just push it.
Yep. In the meantime, we have a gang on the bot lane. The damage is crawling really fast. Not really able to pick up the second kill. Dynasty forced to flash away.
Yeah, and that's the Nocturne level 6 gank. We can burst someone down. Just do it. And that's very good for Dynasty Dark Unique with the 3 kills already, 70 CS, and probably has all the leads right now, and that's 1.4k gold in his bank. He has the Kraken Slayer, and this is going to hit hard. I don't want to be the target Zaya is hitting. It's going to be shredded. Oh, and Parcity missed in. I saw that. Yeah, and I think Frankie could be close to the static shift. He actually is. He goes back. Now his wave clear is even higher.
Yes, he should be able to really start doing something with it now, as he seemed to be still having a bit of a hard time in that mid lane against Rust. Not being able
but that changes.
That changes now. Now the root onto Dan. Knockup is dodged with the flash, but the damage is still going to come out as Dark Unique picks up their 4th kill.
Yeah, that's what I said. I don't want to be hit by the Xayah because the Kraken Slayer is hurting, and now Dark Unique took over this game. And if he plays it cleanly, they can take it back, because yeah, how do you want to kill a Xayah with scaling with the Victor, not at the point of killing her yet? So the Humulu just takes blue buff. So you have the bot pressure and also mid pressure now, because yeah, LeBlanc has the wave clear.
Yeah, I mean Frankie was able to come their assist in case something happens for free. The wave is now in the middle of the lane, perfect scenario for him. He can probably just clear it in a matter of seconds and roam again to do something. Yeah, the ball is in Dynasty's court right now. No direct objective on the map, as Oval was able to react properly and pick up the Herald, but decides to go for a mid lane gank. Root is gonna sit, but we cannot push too far. Oval is just around the corner. It is still dangerous now. The end gets the ball lane. New people knock up from Crab Lord, and the damage from Dark Unique is there, but Dan is as well quite dangerous already, and they almost pick up the counter kill. Now Dark Unique really low, you have to be very careful there. The root falls on his support, and he is able to pick up the double kill, but not able to save his support.
Yeah, that was I thought it would be a one-sided thing, but it wasn't. Now we see a top side dive.
A dive with the Herald flash on the turret. Beautifully played from Hazaki as he keeps Oval with a lot of damage. Unfortunately, for the top lane of Dynasty, Herald is gonna tank that turret. However, he is able to survive at least.
Yeah, and Axo really saved Oval here with the turret aggro. The Mordekaiser waited until the the Rift Herald was finished, yes, so Viego doesn't take the aggro right there.
Drake number 2 is coming up in about 20 seconds. That's the next objective both teams are going to be looking at. See if they're going to start to put vision around it. Azaki does not have his TP as he just used it to get back to the top lane. Axel decides to not TP on the top lane, however. Keep it maybe to eventually join the fight, but we cannot forget that a champ like Ornn can easily interrupt the TP.
Yeah, also the champ like Mordekaiser can easily interrupt the TP, but there is no TP. But I think they also can easily 4v4, because Ornn is not that strong at the moment. It's Xayah, you have Xayah and you have Prio on everything. And it's the Mordekaiser has to take out the Xayah, else...
And they do pick up that Drake, but there is a small trap that they seem to be walking right into on the bot lane while the jungler is in the mid lane to secure that kill onto Dross. It does succeed, however Oval lurking in that bush in the bot lane is ready to jump on Dynasty at any moment. Yeah, the hook lands, that should be the cue for the jungler. Yes, with the knock-up, too slowly. Dynasty is able to pull themselves out of this.
Yeah, and they just wasted a Vulcan ult to get out of that.
Yes. Vulcan ulti for Nautilus ulti.
Engage.
Now Humalu on the top lane together with Zagi there going for Arcs, and he should be able to pick up the kill that does go to the Ornn player of Dynasty. And Humalu really doing a good job of helping his lanes when needed and being there where he's needed.
Yeah, Humalu does a really good job. He's on 60%? Almost 60.
Huh?
He's on 66%.
66, that's 66.
66. He has the devil's number in that kill participation, so you know where the game is going.
Yes, and so does Dog Unique, purely in kills. And traveled even more with 7 assists.
And you see that there's a lot about these supports and junglers who are enabling it. But there was a lot of action on bot side, and JÖRMUNGANG just got surprised by the damage Xayah had. And they almost turned it around right there.
Objective bounties have started to jump up for JÖRMUNGANG. That's of course the chance to try and get back into the game, taking down the turret, taking an objective. But Dynasty is definitely not making that easy for their enemies.
Yeah, they want to change the Dynasty. Look up for a new one, new horizon.
JÖRMUNGANG taking initiative here, starting to get a vision around the Dragon Pit. Is the next objective also to be contested probably, although it is only in 2 minutes.
Also, take a look at the Ornn. I think he's going for the Abyssal Mask to go against the Mordekaiser. And then he's going for Sunfire, so there's no Jack show for at least the next item. It's also
Frankie deciding to jump onto Russ with the damage, should be able to pick up the kill, but has to be careful of the storm.
The crit! The LeBlanc crit killed Rust. Yeah. Who wants to be killed by a crit of a LeBlanc?
In the meantime, Humalu in the mid lane is gonna drop that Herald. That's gonna allow Dynasty to get the first turret of the game.
And Axo is still in control of that lane. There's nobody who wants to go to that top lane.
Yeah, I mean, who cares about the top lane, right?
Yeah, but I would care about a Mordekaiser who can pull out your AD carry.
Yep, absolutely,
hit you.
absolutely. You will have to be careful about it, and they are like seemingly interested. Oh no, that's JÖRMUNGANG. What am I saying? They are interested in getting that objective bounty. That's what JÖRMUNGANG is. It's not too hard, and overall, because of that objective bounty, that's an additional layer on that problem of Kazaki currently losing to Axo. He can easily shove the wave in, pick up the turret. Now with Oval, they're gonna take engage on the enemy top lane. Axo takes quite a bit of damage, but Kazaki is forced to flee as he cannot 1v2 them. Engage here in the middle lane from Humulu as a lot of damage falls onto Dan. But Rudar turret also does a lot of damage to the jungler of Dynasty. They're able to get out of this with 3 kills. One going to Frankie to Dark Unique.
Yeah, Dark Unique is fat. He's already in his starting his 3rd item soon. 2 items finished. The Navori is also pretty strong on Saya. She doesn't need the Gale Force to be safe because there's no threat outside of the Nautilus for engage. If he just stays away from Varus, it's going to be fine. I also think anyway that they're playing it front to back, so the Xayah always has something to hit. And then just pull back the feathers, she gets back.
Oh. And
There's the
JÖRMUNGANG
dragon.
reacting really well to that Xayah. Using their top laner, which you've already mentioned, can simply pull her out of the teamfight and decide to engage. The kill is for Dynasty as they pick up the first one on the enemy. Jungler now, Humulu has to be careful, is very low, and that's not good. Double kill. Goes to Azagi. That wasn't good. As Oval now keeps the push going on to Frankie. Now a lot of damage falling to the jungler. JÖRMUNGANG needs to survive. No, he falls through the hands of Frankie. Pulls back with the W. Now Drust is getting really lit. Dark Unique as well, however, is able to pick up the double kill and survive thanks to the kills that he makes. Now Axo all alone is going to have a rough time against Krevlon, and Frankie tries to pick up the kill on the enemy middle laner, but is not able to do so ultimately.
Wow, how unfortunate for JÖRMUNGANG to not kill Dark Unique. Very well played from Dark Unique to get out of the range at the right point, and yeah, the E of Nautilus almost hit Dark Unique to kill him. But yeah, I think that was unfortunate. Also, Victor has to go 2nd item, Zhonya's, so the scaling is a bit worse. Whereas it doesn't have that much damage, it's more defensive item. So we look that up.
Dynasty picks up the Drake, that's sole point for them. And even more of a lever. Ooh, here we have the engage undone from Humulu. Finds them all alone, and they pick up the kill without too many issues as Sasagi and Frank join in. And now Dynasty in a numerical advantage. Decides to clear the vision around Baron and starts doing the stuff, the Rift. JÖRMUNGANG does know that the FTP coming in from Axo. Decide to take the initiative with Frankie going to the back lane. They pick up the kill against Trust almost. He survives barely, but Frankie has to be careful as Oval jumps onto him with Axo. A lot of damage falling for the mid laner of Dynasty. Now we have beautiful ultimate from Traveler that allows his team to deal a lot of damage to the enemies. Axo did pick Humulu, I believe, in the ultimate. He tried to get the jungler. No. The ulti is over earlier, and that's a double kill going to Dark Unique, and the Baron should go to Dynasty.
Yeah, and that's very well played. Humulu also surviving there. You see that even the Mordekaiser can't do anything against this, and it's a good Baron for Dynasty here. Frankie, who also just poked out Dross. Dross had to go back, couldn't join, and therefore it was a 4v4 4v5, and they were in a disadvantage, and now they. Yeah, you see these points of these assassins to get one out, and that he goes back, and so you're in a 5v4 situation. You can just burst the next one. That's also very good for Dynasty here. And yeah, you see that this is. Now they're pushing mid lane. They do 1-3-1, no 1-4. That would be bottom pushed out.
Dynasties can't keep the pressure. They should have all the cards in their hand now to try and finish the game. They have Frankie pushing in that top lane. So we have two fronts attacking that base. JÖRMUNGANG is dead set on defending that mid turret and trying to find the engage, not succeed.
Yeah, and there's siege. Rust isn't that strong to poke out. There's the poke missing of the Varus on hit. Also not that strong at this point.
We can see if they only leave a few seconds or leave 3 members for a few seconds on the turret, how much damage it gets in a matter of seconds. And that was without the proc of Demolish. So JÖRMUNGANG has to be very careful. Because now it's Frankie on the top turret, which should be able to finish it. Despite the engage here with the Nightmare and the ultimate from the Ornn. The first skill should be falling very soon. No, it goes in hands of Trust, who picks up Humulu. Dark Unique, however, is there to back up with the damage and picks up a lot of kills. But the turning point in favor of JÖRMUNGANG as the damage from Dan and Oval seems to pay off. And they now pick up Ace against Dynasty.
Well, and this is interesting. It doesn't take them back to the game, but it gave Dan 2 shutdowns, and now Dan is back into it. Varus is going to buy the Blade of the Ruined King. Later probably goes for Wit's End, and then he could hit pretty hard. Now with the shot, the gold is back 2. Now they are back 7k. I think they were behind like 11k, and now it's only 7, so they got a lot out of that. And also the dragon is spawning now, so you can take the soul and reduce the poke that LeBlanc is doing. And you got Frankie's Magi's down to 0.
Yes, that's gonna hurt Frankie quite a lot. He's gonna lose a lot of damage from that. But you still have to be careful on sides of JÖRMUNGANG. I mean, you're still 7k gold behind. Dynasty definitely still has the upper hand. They can decide how to engage. They can take their time, find the best angle here.
And also, Frankie bought a QSS here, so his damage goes down, his tankiness goes up. He's not a target for. Oh damn! Oh, it was a 5-man Night Harvester static. Oh.
Yeah, we pick up the Drake on sides of Dynasty pretty early on, but we decide to interrupt it to jump onto Dan, realizing that he is a danger, and really he is. He almost gets Humulu down, but now it's possible. Has to be very careful, gets really low. Down in the middle of them, it's going to fall to the hands of Dark Unique. Keeps on the push going. Now with the Pheasant Storm, should be able to pick up Oval without any issue. Rust and Naxu now all alone against the 4 last members of Dynasty. Try to do the best. Rust tries to kite him a bit, maybe finds here purchase. No, Crablord is going to find the knockup onto him. And that's the double kill going to Frankie as Dynasty gets an ace on JÖRMUNGANG and the soul.
Yeah, and Frankie does what Frankie wants to. He can jump around, go into the backline freely because he's just too strong. There's the soul for Dynasty, what makes the poking even better. And Frankie got CC. They have a Mikael's Blessing and a QSS. Frankie's now again at 16 stacks of the Magi's. Frankie's just hitting it at this point. Yeah. But Yeah, this is not looking good for German Gang.
No, this should be game.
They're back at 10k difference.
Lost the soul. Plus now,
Lost the soul.
take into account Hazaki just upgraded a bunch of items. We have 3 on the sides of Dynasty, 2 of which, of course, on their carries. So Dark Unique and Frankie are even more dangerous now.
And Frankie got the Lichbane too. So the one who's getting auto-attacked by Frankie is... If it's Dan, he's gone. If it's Just, he's gone. So this is not
Even Naxo, this shield bared in a matter of 1 auto attack.
Just poof gone. See? Yeah, but it's so awkward to see a crit there. But yeah, that's the Baron, and they can't contest it. They're just too fast. Yeah, that was really fast. Even the Ornn is at 3 items, so the Ornn is really, really tanky. And Dark Unique is on... Finished the... Oh, 420, nice.
Frankie just like completely annihilating Axel with 1 combo.
Look at that!
Dan also! This is getting dangerous. Now we have Umaluk jumping on the AD carry of JÖRMUNGANG, and with that they lose most of their damage. Oval also no ultimate left. Tries to get Frankie, but LeBlanc is just so elusive, unable to be catched. Bastity finds purchase on Hazaki. In the meantime, Dark Unique and Humulu are just taking that inhib on the middle lane, keeping the push going. Frankie had the chance to back anti-P. He's back in the enemy base before Oval is.
Yeah, the Baron buff and the TP is just... And then the poke through the Static Shiv and the Lichbane, it's just hitting there.
Push going Hazagi on bot lane to take that turret. Now the rest of Dynasty is able to join up with him, and look at the damage on Axu, who gets exploded. Now Gravelos with the ultimate tries to get him, but does not quite find purchase, but so does Hazagi. Now third inhib is down, the first waves are crashing into the Nexus turret. Dynasty can start focusing on there. Another Nightmare coming in from Humulu, as that puts the last hit needed for Dynasty to rout JÖRMUNGANG for good this game, as they aced him once again and pick up the win.
Yeah, very well played from Dynasty. They understood their assignment. The LeBlanc and Xayah were the whole thing from mid to late game, and also to the fight here, and they just did it. I think it was very clean. The fight on the top side at the inhibitor was not that clean, but they came back at they were so far ahead they could lose a fight and still not lose. But the Frankie did a very well game. If you would have make an MVP, it would not be Frankie, but it would be Dark Unique Q, because Frankie's playing LeBlanc. I'm sorry, this is just obnoxious to... Yeah, I swear LeBlanc is not that easy, and to also hit these auto attacks with some Qs in it is also not that easy. It's very good if you can do it, and Frankie showed that it did. But I think Dark Unique Q with the early game that he did, and what he took into that, he died once. Frankie also died once. There is just the sheer amount of urinated carry. You are getting focused anyway. There's a Nautilus ult, there's a Varus ult, and LeBlanc can just hit W and just instantly jump back, and you can just jump into the air, throw some feathers, get untouchable, and then kill them. I really want to see the damage chart here, but I think Frankie and Dark Unique just hit it right, and also Humulu, who with the Nocturne pick enabled these two, especially with every ult. Out of every ult, they got some things out, and yeah.
Anyways, Dynasty played this really well, took the win now against JÖRMUNGANG. Next up, we have Next against Pertinax Esports, which we will see after a short break we're heading into right now. See you soon.